Hi, everybody. It's David Drake. I'm going to briefly discuss our rights and understanding them according to the U.S. Constitution. The first 10 amendments to our Constitution are known as the Bill of Rights. Article 1, also known as the First Amendment, focuses heavily on our right to free speech, freedom of the press, our right to peacefully assemble, practice religion, and so forth. Article 2, often misunderstood and misinterpreted, talks about the citizen's right to keep and bear arms. This is purposely separated by a comma from the first section. Article 3 talks about our right to keep our castle away from soldiers who want to come in and spend the night uninvited. Article 4 is our right to privacy. This is very important because the first three rights and the fourth right work in concert together to provide us with privacy and freedom of speech. The founders understood this quite well. They had just got done being occupied and fighting a bloody war of independence against a very oppressive British government. Speaking of fighting them off, we did so with a flintlock Kentucky long rifle, American sharpshooters. We fought against the Brits, who used what was called the Brown Bess, which was also a single-shot flintlock weapon. Oftentimes, you will hear gun control advocates cite flintlock weapons as a reason to not have anything that's more powerful, because today, the U.S. government has weapons which can completely destroy anybody holding any kind of rifle. So, why bother, right? We should just throw our hands up and not provide ourselves any kind of defense against an oppressive government at all. Evil genocidal dictators from the 20th century understood this all too well. And what they played upon was people's fears and promised security. They promised food. They promised education and equal rights for everybody. And all you needed to do in order to get that was simply give all your control over to them. Here's how they accomplished this. First up, they suspended free speech. We have parallels to that in our society today, which are quite alarming and quite oppressive. Social media being filtered and controlled is a great example. They believed in firearm confiscation. It's a lot easier to impose your will on the masses when they don't have the ability to fight back at all. Here you see it. Reduce property rights. That kind of goes against the Third Amendment and invading your privacy. And how do they do that? Well, in today's world, we're being watched all the time by Big Brother. The best way to make people afraid is to demonize your enemies. Hitler knew this all too well. We see this kind of thing happening in today's society with the media teaming up to make new enemies and scapegoats while protecting folks that they believe stand for the right kind of country and protecting the rights that oftentimes don't make a lot of sense to any of us. We even protect hate speech as long as it's the right kind of hate speech. What happens when we let hate speech go too far in this country? The results aren't good, and turning in our firearms certainly is not the answer. I know a lot of people are going to say, but that can't happen here, can it? We're the good guys. We're the Americans. We have this great Constitution and a great Bill of Rights. Nothing bad can happen, can it? Well, you might want to ask the Native Americans about that because we've used this before. However, if we're willing to show our government that we'll stand up for our rights at all costs and show the media that we're not going to be vended to with the garbage and stuff they want to spew at us, if we acknowledge the fact that we don't live in a perfect world and it can be a dangerous place, there's no reason we can't uphold all of our amendments to the Constitution, our beloved Bill of Rights, and enjoy the freedoms in this country that we all, every one of us, should enjoy. I want to thank you for watching this brief overview of Amendments 1 through 4. This is David Drake saying thank you for watching.